I once had a friend, they were such a bad driver. The cop pulled him over and he was like, I am dumbfounded that you're not drunk. It's kind of funny, I watch so many motovloggers from the United Kingdom that they have such a higher vocabulary. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. Someone goes to switch lanes, the common word we use is blinker. Yeah, put your blinker on. Use your blinker. I didn't see your blinker. You're like, oh, I failed to indicate. This lady's gonna get us all killed. Oh, you did it! Nope. No cell phone. So glad I don't live in an apartment anymore. It's bumming me out. I mean, I lived in some okay places. I never lived anywhere really nice because I didn't feel like I should spend my money on, my ultimate goal was to buy a house. I didn't feel like I should spend my money on renting someplace nice. I'm always one of those people that if you make yourself a little uncomfortable for a little while, it's going to be okay. Right before I got married, I tried to squirrel away as much money as I could, and I started living in this little bitty apartment. It was less than 600 square feet. It was pretty small, and it wasn't very nice. It was the worst place that I've ever lived in. I mean, everything was broken. The landlord had some medical problems, so you could never contact him when you needed to. One day the furnace went out, it was like -10. Called up, and his wife answers like, oh, he's on the kidney dialysis machine, so I'll have to have him call you back. I'm like, oh my god, holy crap, this guy's got bigger problems than his furnace being out. But I dealt mostly with the guy's daughter, and one time she was supposed to send her an email like, hey, let's renew the lease, get all your papers in order. Usually she responded, or sometimes if she didn't, I'd send another email, be like, hey, what's the deal? Would email back, oh yeah, sorry, I slipped my mind, and here, did it right away. So I sent this girl a couple of emails one time. She didn't get back to me, and I was kind of getting frustrated, and I called the old man. He's like, oh yeah, she went in for some routine surgery and they killed her. It's like, what? That's unbelievable. So there's that. There's your downer for the day. I have had some interesting landlords. There was one guy was maybe 500 pounds. And I remember one time there's like a crack in the front storm door, like a clear plexiglass storm door. We got a letter from the association saying, hey, you need to fix that crack. We told him, he goes, yeah, well, I was leaving that there as long as I could to remind me how much of a bitch my ex-wife was. Like, wow. The next landlord that I had was also quirky. He was a little OCD. But this guy was making surprise visits. I get it, but that's a little much. I don't know. So not only would this landlord make pop-in visits, but he would, let himself into the house. He wouldn't even knock. He'd be like, hello? Like, what are you doing? Get out of here, guy. Like one time, my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she was there. I was at work and she was still sleeping, and the dude came into the room. She's like, oh my god. Look how huge these lanes are. You could fit like 3, maybe 4 bikes across in that. 3 comfortably. You could fit a small car through that. It's the only time I can actually check to see if my camera's still on. These aero bar and mirrors are so low. So low.